Hello there. This is going to be a general love reading for all signs. Here we go. Career immediately flopped out with stimulating. Someone here is trying to find a career that makes them happy. See that? They're trying to find a career that it doesn't feel like a fucking dead end, that is more stimulating, that makes them feel excited to get up, that makes them feel really passionate to get up and do something. So some of you guys might be at a fork in the road where you're thinking about, like, what do I want? What do I want in career? Where do I want to be? Do I want to be at this job? Do I want to start my own business? Do I want to go back to school? Do I want to go to a different type of profession that I've never tried before, but that I feel drawn? Won't you do it? Fuck it, did it. It says timeless. It's like that song. You know that Taylor Swift song? The one she talks about, even if we met like back in the day, back during the wars, even if we met in another place, in another time, our love is timeless. I still would have loved you then. That's what her song's about, timeless. I can't remember the words verbatim right now, but it reminds me of that. Even if you were going to war and I was here and da da da, I still love you. It'd still be us. Even if it was this, I still love you. It'd still be us. We're rolling right into love. Wow, a career came in for a minute and a half. I've had abundance. Abundance means a lot of something. A lot of something. Is this a lot of options? Oh, a lot of romantic feelings. I think it's a lot of romantic feelings. It's so funny because look at the word nostalgic right there. I just started watching Mad Men maybe a few days ago, mid last week. And the episode I just watched last night, it was The Wheel. For those of you that are Mad Men fanatics, this is the first time I ever watched it. Okay, so I was watching, I think it was season 2 that already started. But the episode was called The Wheel. And it was the carousel. And they were trying to come up with the way to sell the, with the slides, you know? And it was called The Wheel. And the way he sold it was he put in slides and pictures of him and his wife and him and his children when they were, you know, younger, him and his wife and whatever, his wedding pic and stuff. And he was like, it's like a wheel to take you back in time. It's nostalgia. It's nostalgic. It's a feeling. Nostalgia is a feeling that's sort of a little bit of a pain because it's sort of a little bit of a twinge of, you know, of wanting to go back to another time. Wanting to go back to another place. And it's this feeling, this yearning of that, where it gives you a little bit of it's a painfulness almost, right? Nostalgia, kind of like, I forget the way he worded it, but it was spectacular, right? Because obviously they're supposed to be advertising men, right? And so the way he had worded it was just unbelievable. But, and if you've seen the episode, you know that he was basically talking about this transports us back to a place that we yearn to go back to and a feeling we yearn to feel. So there's a yearning for something that you've had before, that you felt before. There's something here about maybe feeling this sense of, I mean, it does tie into the timeless, remember? Because timeless means there is no end. There is no end and no beginning. There is no end. It says endings. There's no end and no beginning. There is secret admirer again. A romantic encounter where someone may have had their eye on the other first. It comes as a complete total surprise because it's unexpected. even though it's destined and fated and meant, there's a sense of unexpectedness to it, but it feels timeless. I loved you in another life. And another one, and another one, and another one. And no matter what roles we would be in, whether I'm the man or you're the woman, or you're the woman, whatever, right? But, you know, we're talking about like if past lives, we may not have always been, I may not have always been a woman. Maybe I was a man in some of my past lives, right? And so it's saying like no matter what form or lifetime, it's always you. Oh my God. That's the message. It's always you. No matter what form, no matter what timeline, no matter what dimension, it's always you. Oh my Lord. Here we go. Let's use a tattoo tarot. The Fool. The Fool is that leap of faith. It's so funny because if you're watching my live from today on Instagram, xi_missy_xi, our first card was a strength card. And you know, it's the card of the woman and she's petting, here it is right here. She's petting the lion. And the energy I got from that immediately was that someone did something they wouldn't normally do. They stepped outside of their comfort zone when they normally would not. And then sure enough, I was, you know, confirmed because that came out next. 9 of Wands, which is fearful. Wounded warrior. They're nervous. They're hiding. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't go out there and pet a lion. You know, I kept talking about that audio. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Someone went and pet a lion, pet a dog, and they would never normally do that. Someone takes a leap of faith and it pays off big time. They say something. They have a conversation with you. It's speaking to a stranger, right? Because if you've never met in this life yet, this timeless love, it's something you may not have met yet. So this can be you finally meeting the one. That's always the one. It's you. It's always you. The Knight of Coins here can be a younger fire sign, a younger earth sign. But this could also be a very unexpected offer. It's the Fool. It's the unknown. It's, I didn't know I was going to do this. I didn't know that. I didn't know. Or it can also symbolize just taking a leap of faith and just risking it and rolling the dice. 4 of Cups. Some kind of sadness here. Oh, there's the Wheel. And I just talked about the Wheel from the freaking episode. The episode was called The Wheel. Taking you back in time, yearning, look at that sadness, yearning for those nostalgic moments that we've shared in a past life. Which it's like you can't make it up. Sad because you know it exists and something inside of you tells you it does, and you don't realize it's because you've experienced it in a past life. That's how you know it exists. You know it exists because you've had this person in maybe not every lifetime, but in a lot. It always ends up being them. It always ends up being you. It always ends up being us. You know, that kind of a feeling. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands can be a card of like competition and of competing. And I think there is no competition because the Fool jumps right in. And that tells me that, you know, they say fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave. Someone just did something. They stepped outside their comfort zone. Death, that's Scorpio. 6 of Swords. Feels like being shielded from something, right? Look at that one big sword kind of shielding all the other swords. Death is transformation. It's Scorpio. It's rebirth. It's endings and then new beginnings, right? It's that whole energy of the end is just the beginning. It's almost like a rebirth of the love again, because you meet again, you find each other again, and it starts over. You know what I mean? It's that rebirth of it. It never ends. It's timeless. Five of Coins. Someone here they give me this vibration of like, they like to be alone. Because Five of Coins, Pentacles can sometimes be about feeling left out and whatever. This person feels like they willingly, they're the Lone Ranger. Someone here prefers to be alone. Someone here doesn't necessarily like companionship. They kind of just do their own thing, would prefer to. Sage, protection, fog, mystery and hidden. Oh my God, it says past life and sudden. Look, lightning, sudden, unexpected. See that? I told you it's timeless. You guys have, it's not your first rodeo. There's been many, many, many lifetimes in the past that you've been together. And it's like yearning for this feeling of having that again, and not knowing necessarily why you crave that, why you yearn for it. This nostalgic feeling of love that you know exists because you felt it before in a past life. It's very, very sudden and it's very unexpected. This meeting, this feeling with emotions, right? Is it in autumn and fall right now? That's what this card is. It says changes, harvest, and abundance. But that's fall. This is autumn. You know why, what they say sometimes it's hidden for protection? Look at the two cards. Hidden for protection. Was this connection hidden from you for protection? Probably from the both of you. Let's use the past life deck because that's that direction we're going in. It's definitely a past life connection. Stranger you recognize. Someone that there's this instant feeling of something. Biblical. Ancient. Jesus, Mary Magdalene. Ancient. Lessons and blessings. That does remind me of timeless. Look, it's a watch. It's a stopwatch. A pocket watch. It's a pocket watch. And it just gives me the whole fucking timeless vibe. Time doesn't exist with these two. Time is an illusion. No matter what form, no matter what dimension, no matter what genders, it's always you. It's always you. It's always us. I think you have Greco-Roman. Is there some sort of Greco-Roman connection in this life? But it's also past life, right? So it's very, very Sparta. Right? It's very Greek god. Is there a connection with a Greek god? A mythical god? Zeus? Is there something? It feels like it too. There's a connection to some sort of Greek or mythical god or goddess. Something with the Roman Empire. Roma, Italy. Health. Transportation. Someone here could be a healer with the health. Wow, phobias. Someone also could have health anxieties, right? Comes from a past life, but they have health anxieties here. And then the transportation too. Something about the movement. Someone here is always on the move. Remember we talked about that? Someone here is kind of like the Lone Ranger. They like to be single. That could be part of it too, right? Because in the past, this has never really always been, I don't feel like in the past this has always been a happily ever after for the two of you in past lives. So you come into this physical incarnation kind of like, you know what, never really necessarily works out. I don't want to get my heart broken. What if I can't find them? So I'm going to go in that lifetime and I'm going to be alone. It's always you. It's that kind of a feeling like, God damn, it's always you. Every lifetime, it's always you, huh? All right, guys, let's go into this extended. You're gonna find that on Patreon. Click below this video the word more. Okay, you're gonna see that Patreon link if you don't already follow me there. Thank you so much for all of your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. We will go and do a sexual one after this, right? Because, you know, the sexual ones is the ones I do the extendeds on my website. But for this one, we're just gonna do Patreon, okay? See you guys there. Love you, bye.